Alright, hello everyone. I have a game for you. Um, this one is quite long, but we're gonna try to get it in, guys, because this map is sick. It's Primeval Isles. Some of you might know it. Um, just great map, really big though. Alright, so let's introduce our players. We have Specchio, top left, pink Terran. We have Edhu, yellow Protoss. ML Engineer, blue Terran. Lily, pink Zerg. Mustard yellow Jasperisu, Zerg. Red, we have Catella, really good Terran. Brown, we have 32A, really good player. And purple, Viz, Protoss, really good player. So guys, the reason why this game is really exciting is because lots of good players in a really big map. So right now you have people expanding. Brown's going crazy. He's got 5 bases up already. And the entire middle. Yellow kind of expanded out of his way. There is a natural behind every player's base. So like there's a natural here, there's a natural here. Some players are opting not to take that because that's kind of guaranteed, right? So you want to be as greedy as possible. So it looks like 32A just going crazy with the expansions. Catella, looks like ML Engineer just clearing out some of Lily's bases down here. Looks like Barisu expanding. So yeah, everybody's kind of expanding. Looks like we have some action here. Specchio and Viz going at it. Sorry about the sirens outside, guys. Looks like somebody needed saving. So Specchio and Viz kind of going at each other early. Specchio just really targeting Viz. Ideally, you know, in FFAs you don't target people, you play to win, but in this case I'd say it's a valid move, because Viz is right next to him, so kind of does make sense. And Specchio really taking it to Viz right now. He killed his natural. Killed his expansion. Now he's shelling his mains mining. Viz is absolutely crippled right now. While 32A is just... 32A has 8 bases already. By far the highest count, just growing astronomically while these two tear each other apart. Although it looks like Viz is reclaiming his natural here. Clearing it out. Specchio reinforcing this position here. Oh, loading up and going for another attack. Man, oh, big storm. Just really taking it to Viz. Oh my goodness, so much early game action. You usually don't see this in FFA, especially on big maps like this. Oh my god. Viz doing a DT. This is a desperation measure you see from Protosses all the time. This is how you know you have him on the ropes. But Specchio's attack mostly held off at this point. Viz is trying to cut off reinforcements with his air dominance. Specchio has spent all this money on dropships, so Viz has more fighters, I guess, in the air. But Specchio is finding room to drop. But Viz smartly has a lot of defense prepared here. Don't know if this army will be enough. Okay, so it's barely enough. Specchio is just hammering Viz while the menacing 32A comes in now. The two were fighting, but 32A comes in now. And he's just gonna destroy them. Oh man, 32A killing off the last of Viz. Just really unfortunate for Viz. He got extremely targeted by Specchio. It looks like Viz is trying to find a place to hide now. Yeah, bad spawn for Viz. Looks like 32A just clearing him out. Thing is, with all that aggression, Specchio's really weak too. He definitely can't combat 12 carriers, which is what 32A is fielding. So a lot of action on the north side of the map. 32A is just eating everything. Already has an armada. And now 32A comes for Specchio. So while Fizz was right next to Specchio and it made strategic sense to attack him, something tells me this was very personally motivated. Specchio has been on a tear where he's been targeting Viz a bit. So meanwhile, all this action topside, all the other players are playing fairly rationally. Yellow, blue, pink, red, mustard, they've all secured the bases closest to them, and they're all kind of banking up now. Scouting the map, seeing what's happening. Looks like Edhu, so 32A finally encroaches on a rational or strong player, yellow. And with the scouts, he is able to ward away 32A's armada here. It looks like 32A just continuing his assault, clearing up the remnants of Specchio and Viz, who are desperately trying to survive. It's like Edhu eyeing this expansion. It looks like blue pushed on pink with mass battle cruisers. North 32A just constantly going back and forth, clearing out Viz and Specchio. Looks like blue slowly expanding out. Red's in a very strong position, lots of bases, decent banking up, lots of production. Doesn't have the largest army. Looks like Edhu making his move, taking this base. 32A not wanting to fight that. But if you just look at the banks, guys, I mean 32A's eaten all the middle because no one ever contested him. He has this entire upper quadrant. He almost has the entire upper half of the map, really. And he's just amassing a gargantuan bank. I mean, the other players, their banks are no joke either. But his bank is just insane. So looks like we have 32A fighting Edhu, unpowering all these cannons. Some Artosis pylons there. And where are the scouts of Edhu? So Edhu sends in some arbiters, hoping to get some stasis. And sorry guys, I know that ideally, you know, fastest time would be better. But this replay is just so long. Okay, massive fight. Scouts come in. Half the carriers are frozen. And Edhu. Big win. Oh my goodness. And yellow clears out pretty much that entire brown fleet with these scouts. Looks like only a few get away. That's a big loss for brown. Of course, he can take it. But still. Looks like blue continuing his expansion. Just clearing out the bases of pink. Looks like pink kind of went for a small little attack here. But it does seem to be getting cleared up pretty easily. And guys, yeah, I am trying to catch everything, but obviously map this big, action happening simultaneously can be difficult. But it looks like some mustard mutalisks just randomly coming in here. But just getting slaughtered. That guy's not getting out of there. And it looks like Viz has found a place to hide. Although it's close to his enemies. So red, what is his army? Okay, he has wraiths and some ground army, and he's fighting mustard. Dropping his base. Looks like, okay. So mustard, Zerg falling back. The Zerg's not really doing too hot. It's just pink and mustard. They're just getting kind of bullied by the other races slash other players. So looks like we have yellow. He did win the battle here. He pushed brown back. So he's gonna claim this for himself. But brown at this point, I mean, brown has like 13, 14 bases, guys, all mined out, and he still has more, by the way. He can literally make like this army multiple times over, probably literally like 10, 15 times. So it looks like another battle over this exact same space. Edhu freezes the carriers again, but this time he gets stasised back. Most of his scouts get stasis back. It's a stasis v stasis war. This is what PvP turns into in FFA. Looks like blue slow pushing out here, claiming this additional mining. Nuclear launch detected. Looks like we have a nuke coming down here on Barisu's army. We'll try to catch this nuke while the stasis is ongoing. Poor Scanted. Just kills this wild critter. So these armies are still frozen. So brown trying to get out of there with his carriers. Yellow holds off brown once again. Now yellow has no bank, but it is rather impressive that he's holding off brown considering how huge brown is. This looks like Specchio's still living here. He still has two decent mining areas. He's still living. Now Viz, yeah, he only has one base. You really can't blame him at all. This is all he can really do is camp out with spellcasters at this point. It looks like red and mustard Zerg still fighting over this area. Now blue kind of staying quiet, eating up mining areas. That looks like 32A comes here to finish the job on Specchio. Specchio employing diplomacy. It's probably going to say, hey, I'm already dead. Leave me alone. Red and Mustard continuing to fight here. Gets a queen. And blue slowly, just marking his territory. Taking this base, landing some Goliaths, keeping his fleet nearby. And yellow, assuming, knowing that there were already two massive battles here, just fortifying the crap out of this mining. The amount of minerals he used to make this base is probably more than the minerals here. So brown now moving south. Curious about what's over here. He finds another yellow base. Picks off the stormers immediately. Smart. And now this whole base is dead. Looks like meanwhile yellow counters against brown. While brown's killing one of his bases. But brown going for another yellow base. Thing is, carriers kill buildings faster than scouts do. And brown has a lot more bases than yellow does. So brown just devastating yellow right now. Oh man, getting stasis. Yeah, every time these two fight, it ends up in a stasis. Stasis versus stasis. Everything gets unfrozen. Let's see what happens. Okay, Arbiter down. Oh my goodness. Are these scouts gonna hunt down all these carriers again? And I think if yellow stays on top of him, he's gonna have this fight. Oh my goodness. And yellow clears out what seems to be this entire fleet. Thing is, brown's bank has just grown. Brown's lost 2 entire carrier fleets. But his bank just grows. Because he just secures more and more mining. I mean, look at... He has almost half the map. Literally, almost half the map. He can take these losses. Looks like ML Engineer and Barisu also amassing sizable banks. Red and Mustards are continuing their battle. Red, looks like Mustard was able to beat him back from here. Pink has one large army. And Mustard has this kind of Vespine convoy of drones here. Oh, Red needs to be careful, not lose BCs to static defense. Yeah, there you go. Use Yamato them from afar. There you go. So yellow, he's the player that's really been fighting brown. The first competition brown's really had. And he's beaten brown back twice. That's how he's managed to keep this base. It's like Viz kind of mind controlling units from passerbyers. This is the Isle of Dark Archons, I guess you could call it. And red claims this base. Red bullying Mustard Zerg and blue bullying Pink Zerg. The Zergs are just getting boxed in this corner. It's kind of funny, right? Because up here you have the PvP battle, and then here you have the blue Terran and red Terran containing the Zergs in this corner. So it's kind of an interesting scenario, right? And yeah, look at that. The Terrans are starting to pick away at the Zergs. I mean, this is just bullying. So it looks like nuke, but it looks like it got broodlinged. Looks like Specchio and Edhu kind of skirmishing. Looks like Specchio killed a lot of scouts there. Looks like Brown moving out. Where will he go? The world is his oyster. I mean, with a 60k bank, you can legitimately think about 2 racing, even 3 racing with that level of bank. So it looks like the next target Brown selects is red. So red immediately pulling back his entire army. This amount of carriers and arbiters is an existential level threat, and he has to take it very seriously. So that should give Mustard some breathing room. It's like Brown just laying waste to everything here. And where is the army of red? Is he preparing to fight this? He's kind of in the area, a little bit spread out. But Brown just killing the expansions, not really deciding to push his luck. And pulls back. No reason really to fight that, right? All the mining on the base is pretty much, on the map's pretty much gone. Funnily enough, this natural of blues is really the only mining left. Seems like blue saved that for last. So here you have Brown. Maybe takes a turn on yellow again. The Isle of Dark Archons continues to stay strong. Another nuke. Gets caught. Okay. Just patrolling. You can see why this replay is going to be so long, right? It's going to be a lot of this waiting it out, right? Because waiting is a strong strategy in FFA. So it looks like we might have another possible fight here. More stasis. And guys, looks like there was a fight at 6 o'clock between pink and blue that was missed. But really, it was just a bunch of Mutalisks getting irradiated and Valkyried. Looks like brown and yellow continuing this stasis war. This is how Protoss kind of turns out in FFA. They kind of just stasis each other and wait. Now it looks like Mustard has been able to claim this gas area. But yellow finally pulls back. Brown makes yellow retreat. Thing is, this base is all mined out. It's not even worth pushing by brown. And looks like blue just bullying pink to death. Yamatoing. Irradiating. Nice plague though by Pink. Not going out without saying something. That was like Specchio comes in. See, this is not strategic by Specchio. He just wants to see Viz dead. So yeah, a little unfortunate that he's playing like this, but because the thing is, right, if he wasn't so obsessed with killing Viz, then like if he plays serious, right, he doesn't go all in on Viz, and so you have a relatively strong Terran and a relatively strong Protoss here, which means Brown can't eat all of this for free. But instead what we got was this Terran and this Protoss fighting each other to the death, and as a result being extremely weak. And so Brown just comes in and eats everything, and now has a 65k bank. So it looks like Mustard pushing on red. Clearing out this base here. And red, that was his main base that just got landed. Big damage by Mustard, getting revenge for this base being taken away from him, right? And so red kind of moving to these two islands here as his main. Red getting attacked by Brown, fighting Barisu here to the death. Meanwhile, Brown still just... Viz is doing what he can, mind controlling capital ships. But Brown finally comes in to finish the job, maybe. But Viz is taken, you know, he got 4 carriers from Brown. Red complaining about the map. So it looks like the closest player to Brown is Blue. But even with that, Brown has twice his bank. And the action has slowed, so we will speed up again. Sorry guys, I wish we could watch this all at a normal speed, but we would literally be here forever if we did. So Blue continuing to bully Pink, literally until death. Blue's kind of secured this quadrant of the map though, as you can see. Blue being the furthest away from Brown as well. Comes in, finishes off Pink. And Pink was the first to be eliminated. So at this point guys, there's no more mining on the map. Looks like there was a nuke here. Blue moving on red. Just Yamatoing all of his outer defenses. And beginning to destroy this base here. And looks like Viz and Specchio continuing their war, their petty war. Looks like Blue poking at Brown a bit. But Brown comes in, doesn't even want to give this up for free. Potential big battle here. but both sides back off after an initial exchange. Blue and brown kind of the superpowers right now. With yellow and mustard quite relevant players as well. If yellow, blue, and mustard all teamed up on brown, they could do it right now. But 1v1, brown is so much stronger than everybody else. Looks like yellow and blue kind of exchanging. We don't want to see that. So we'll kind of speed up here. Looks like red trying to finish purple off. Oh man, and even tanks coming in now. Looks like yellow and blue kind of poking at each other. Another nuke. But looks like red leaves the game, taps out. And brown coming in now has a Terran fleet as well on top of his Protoss fleet. Cut into his bank a decent bit though, doing that. But he is being very economical. Now brown moving with a massive double fleet. And we're gonna speed up a lot, guys. Because nothing major is gonna happen from this point forth. Looks like a blue Wraith group gets caught though. Blue trying to corral the crowd to target brown. Will it work though? Blue trying to get yellow and mustard to work together to fight brown. Meanwhile, Specchio and Viz. Oh, this kind of worked out for him. He has a crap ton of AFK units he can mind control away at. Oh my god, actually gets a carrier. So, okay, so the situation is brown is definitely the strongest. Blue is a close, not a close second, but he's in his neighborhood. And then you have Mustard, who honestly with 13k is a relevant factor, especially with Zerg. He has Defilers. And then you have Yellow. He has no bank, no mining. All he's got is this. About 20 scouts. Which can, you know, they're good at killing capital ships, so. And he has a lot of high temp for it too. So we're gonna speed this way up, guys. Looks like a lot of just skirmishing. And I know, guys, speeding up not ideal, but if I don't speed this up, there's no way I can cast it. And then no one gets to see it. So yellow kind of teasing brown, right? Looks like he even recalled away. He's just flying around the map, right? Killing stuff. Being a nuisance. Doing what he can. And then when a strong enemy comes, he just recalls away. So Brown finally moves south with a big fleet. Gets plagued. Mustard trying to hold on, but already eating into his bank, fighting back these carriers. Okay, looks like Blue knows Brown's here. Has come onto the scene to intervene. EMP'd the Arbiters. Killed the last detection. And looks like this fleet is going to go down for free now to these Wraiths. And Blue clears an entire Brown fleet out for free. Looks like Blue actually, at this point, trying to keep Mustard alive. Because Blue knows he can't do it on his own. So actually protecting the other players is Blue now. Looks like we'll speed it up again. So Yellow kind of clearing out outlier bases. Viz still mind controlling stuff. Yellow gets frozen again. And Brown coming to kill him. But he just recalls away. He just recalls away. Yellow really playing this smart. For a weak player, he's really pulling his weight. Where is Specchio's last building? How is he alive? Oh my god, Specchio hides out here. Looks like with Brown's permission. So, you know, slowly but surely, Yellow's doing work on Brown. Right? He's picking away at Brown. So really the players are just trying to get value from what they have at this point. So Brown trying to chase Yellow down again, but he's too slow. Yellow's just outmaneuvering him. Comes in for another fight, loses some, gets frozen. Is he going to be able to recall out in time? And I don't think he recalled out. Oh, he did. He recalled here. But Brown moving south once again. Moving to kill. Oh, but looks like Blue comes in. Catches carriers again. Kills the detection. But looks like Brown this time clears out all the Wraiths. But it looks like Blue and Brown meet. The big fleets meet. But Brown brings in his battle cruisers too. And Blue has to full retreat. He's getting run down though. Yamato'd. Desperately trying to get away. But carriers are faster. But looks like Yellow and Mustard clearing out bases of Brown while he's fighting here. Blue turns around, Yamato's, and continues to retreat. But Blue lost like at least 6 battle cruisers there. But the banks are getting closer, guys. Oh, some lockdown coming in from ghosts. Yellow just doing work, clearing out these brown bases. And brown and blue just had a big battle. Both of them go home to lick their wounds. Looks like yellow finds Specchio's last building. Just picking away at brown. Guys, look at this. Brown is down to his main base. That's it. Oh. Now brown comes south again. He wants to finish the job and kill Mustard Zerg. Will he be able to do it? Zerg crying out to blue for help. And brown comes in. Blue moving into position. And brown. Mustard gets a plague off on brown. Blue EMPs. Another EMP. And he comes in and cleans up an entire other fleet. But Blue's previous losses ate into his bank a lot too. But the banks are getting close. And Brown's losing a lot of bases. So Specchio finally leaves. Viz still lives with all of his mind-controlled units. And so literally, even at ×8 speed, you see all the players are just staying still. This is the optimal strategy in FFA sometimes. Looks like Brown just trying to get some intel. Moving out with a massive fleet. Coming in to finish the job on Mustard. And looks like Blue's not in position to help. Looks like Blue kind of retreated to his main. The banks have evened out at this point. But Brown's had enough. Mustard Zerg eliminated. Yellow trying to figure out what's going on. What's Blue doing? Why isn't he helping? But Brown sharking around. Moving on Blue, taking out these outer bases. And Blue finally moving. Comes in. Gets some EMPs off. Loses all of his wraiths. Looks like, okay, so it looks like Brown's fleet kind of caught between this base and Blue's army. But it's just so strong, I don't know if it matters. Even landing High Templars to storm. Now it looks like Blue's army comes in. Gets some Yamatos off. Tries to retreat. Get some more Yamatos off. Blue needs to focus his targeting on the capital ships. Looks like Blue finally focusing his targeting. Big battle. But it looks like Blue is getting destroyed. He engaged too recklessly with Brown. And now Blue's fleet is gone. Blue trying to gain value with Cloaked Wraiths. A single Cloaked Wraith doing a lot of work here. Why are these units just standing around? Okay. Alright guys, this replay might have broken late into the stage. Although yellow's still kind of flying around, right? Yeah, looks like the replay is broken. But spoilers guys, Brown finished the job and killed Blue. Yeah, that didn't happen. This replay is definitely broken. Alright guys, so spoilers, Brown pushes in, kills this main base of Blue. Blue taps out. Yellow tries to do what he do what he can along with Purple. But I believe Brown takes the win. So with that being said guys, long recording, but yeah, that's Primeval Isles guys. Very classic map. I don't know about the people watching, but I used to play this map a long time ago growing up with friends and family. So definitely a nostalgia hit for me. With that being said guys, thank you for watching, and until the next one.